Okay, we'll start. Okay, my name is Jasper.
My name is Jacob.
My name is Amirul.
My name is Ashfadian.
And welcome to our discussion. Our topic today is hydropower or wind power. Where are the environmental effects easier to remediate? And I will just start with the first argument. So both of them are considered green energy because they are renewable and don't burn fossil fuel, but during the build there are environmental effects and also during operation, so it's not as clean as always said. And I will start with the first argument. Wind turbine. So up to our positions, Jacob and I are like in between us. We don't have a clear opinion yet.
I am the wind turbine side. Hydropower turbine side.
And I am supporting for the wind power energy.
Okay, so the first argument for wind energy is that the footprint to start with is very small and the surrounding is nearly untouched. There's only like a small or a relative small corridor in the sky where birds can get catched up to.
But what often gets forgotten is that the wind turbine is made of thousands of tons of steel, and after like 20 years you can recycle them, the rotor blades, so you have to burn them, and this also has a massive impact on the environment.
But I think the hydropower has better for electricity, to generate electricity, because they can use for a long time. Like South America, they use hydropower for above 100 years. Every system has problem, but we always say the animal ecosystem will affected, but we have solution in hydropower. We can do fish ladders. With fish ladders, we can help fish downstream safely, and then with fish ladder we can help fish pass obstacle, so the ecosystem will still balance.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But don't you think about the ladder system in the hydropower? Even with the ladder system that you mentioned before, there is still a challenge for the aquatic life to migrate and to move from other point to another point.
Yeah.
So even with the system that you mentioned, the ladder system, there's still many species struggle to migrate safely. So for the wind turbine energy and wind energy, it is only take space in land, so it's much less affect the aquatic life, and also do not block the rivers.
But we still need to cut the tree to build the wind.
I agree with your points, and the good thing with wind energy is you can just shut down the wind turbines during migration periods of birds, so they don't get affected as much as always said.
All of you said something about animals, but there are studies that show that wind turbines have a massive impact on the population of birds, and also the noise and the pressure drop near the rotor blades of wind turbines have also a massive impact on like lakes.
But then with hydropower, the dam we can build system that release water, mimic like river flow, the same flow. With that, we can maintain oxygen, we can maintain temperature, then we can maintain flow pattern. So the river will not very affected by the dam.
Yeah, good point. But the fishes still have to pass by the turbines, right?
I also agree, but for the hydropower, it changed the river's flow, right? So maybe the river is flat in internal condition, but at the end of the dam construction, there is upper and lower level, right?
Yeah.
So it changed the natural flow of the river and the natural habitat of fish and aquatic life.
That's why I built system that before and after the water flow is safe, so that will not very affected the flow of the river.
If we take a look at the wind energy, we capture the wind speed, and it can it almost changing the natural flow of the wind, so it doesn't affect the environmental unless the birds and the animals that flies to the land can speak.
That's a good point. And another aspect is when you want to remove the foundation, so when that hasn't so a big impact for the environment, but when you want to remove a dam of the hydropower, it has a big impact for the environment, and it takes years for the animals and the nature to regenerate.
But we have another solution is we build a small scale of dam. That will less the habitat destruction. With small dam, the flooding area will be smaller than the bigger dam. So the smaller dam will not very affected the environment.
Good point. And smaller dams are also easier to dismantle, and there's not a lot of trash left to dismantle it. I think the environment can come back to life like it was before. You mentioned earlier that if you want to dismantle wind turbines, there's a lot of trash, but I think you can recycle a lot of it. It has a lot of steel and a lot of copper, but with hydropower, most of it is like stone type of trash that you can't recycle. So I think hydro dams last longer, but you absolutely cannot recycle it more or less. Yeah.
But for the wind turbine or wind energy, it doesn't affected by the environmental or seasonal impact. As we can see, the hydropower is only depends on the water level and rainy day. So on drought or on dry season, so on the dry season, maybe the electricity generation is significantly dropped, but for the wind energy, maybe even on the dry season, we can generate the energy for the needs for the electricity for the city or the town.
Yeah, I understand, but wind has the same problem that you sometimes don't have wind, so the energy flow isn't constant. And with wind energy, you have to build like battery storage if you want a constant output of electricity. and batteries are often built with heavy metals that are also not good for the environment. So I don't think that's a really important point.
But we still can do proper planning and community involvement to conduct environment impact assessment. Like we do community to make sure the every who want to build the system will follow the rules. So the impact to environment will not very affected.
Also say that we all agree that both energy sources have problems, and maybe there are some problems who can be improved in the future.
Yeah, I think proper planning in front of the build helps with hydro and wind. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I think we are done.
Yeah, already 10 minutes.